bringing me here, and you're saying you didn't tell me to come here? But I'm currently actively in the car being brought to this location. The same person that already racked up a felony at Health and Human Services. I'm actually commuting in your car traveling, and you're telling me that you did not tell me to come here?
I didn't last time.
Okay, I'm trying to flee abuse. But you got on the phone and you did lyric work and they told me to come here. You gave them my information. But they have scammed multiple different times to take my freedom and schemes to keep me from getting services. And have had no accountability for it, even though it's criminal. So let's see. Yeah, each time I come, every location I'm at, I already told you that I was assaulted and arrested at New Beginnings. Each location I go to flee, the police department interrupts me from fleeing, which is criminal. And I asked you before we got here if they were going to scheme a criminal trespass and scheme to take my freedom again. And you already called and gave them my information and talked to them on the phone. So if they are scheming a criminal trespass and my arrest, that shows premeditation.
No, I'm not going to
because you already called and gave them my information and want to investigate why I got arrested trying to get services the other time. Okay, so you brought me here, you called on the phone, cars waiting, did not yield to pedestrians. You're walking me in?
I'm trying to make sure this is the right way.
Okay.
You don't want me to walk away.
Oh, no, I'm just curious because I keep scheming criminal trespass in my arrest to keep me from fleeing.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Okay, because it already happened. And you already covered for the stolen food stamps. And I just got robbed. I lost everything with that One Safe Place incident and then just recently lost it again. And with the incident where my new clothes and shoes were stolen before. It's a repeated pattern that repeatedly keeps getting ignored. Yes, they said that I can get services now. They were scamming to keep me from services to flee abuse.
She's not allowed. I got a criminal trespass.
Well, giving me a criminal trespassing because corruption is criminal.
So she's not getting in trouble for that. She asked to come talk to somebody.
Okay.
So
She can hang out after.
Yeah, giving someone a criminal trespass and a conspiracy to keep them from services is a felony. So we need to address this act of crime.
if they don't want to talk to you, what else do you want?
I want people to get the criminal acts, the crimes, because this is criminal, to give someone criminal trespasses to keep them from fleeing.
Are you listening?
And then we still haven't discussed the stolen food stamps and the schemes at Health and Human Services. I just don't understand why you would let a place keep me from getting services, trying to flee from my life. Like you did not let them help me at Health and Human Services and gave me a criminal trespass to cover for stolen food stamps and schemes to keep me from food stamps. If an abuser can control Health and Human Services, that's pretty serious. As well as One Safe Place and everywhere else I'm at. But we have yet to discuss that.
What the denominator is for every place that you go?
Yes, crooked police. That's the common denominator that have yet to get their felonies. That's the common denominator, actively, repeatedly committing crimes with no consequences. So no matter how you try to make the false reports and slander me, the fact still remains that you guys are actively committing crimes.
Maybe you should go to the federal authorities.
I just don't understand why it's impossible for you guys to abide by the law.
Do you know the contact information?
I just don't understand why you would refuse to abide by the law, sir, as well as everywhere else I'm at. We're deflected on that, and why you haven't gave me a criminal trespass for reporting stolen food stamps and cover for all these locations giving me criminal trespass to scheme to keep me from services.
That phone number?
I got handcuffed and lied to at the Dallas FBI. So I'm not, if no one's getting accountability, it's fruitless to send me all over the place. There are places that cover for crimes. Waco FBI covered for people scheming to keep me away from my daughter and lied and said they didn't get my letter. But I was in jail that keep documentations of letters that are written.
So where do you want to go with these?
I was in jail on false charge.
They don't wanna
I'm
help
telling you about crooked FBI locations and you're interrupting the report, sir. And that other man's phone line was cut like it was at Walmart.
Did you hear what I asked?
I'm sorry. So you brought me here to spin my wheels?
Where do you need to go?
You guys are not under control. You are not getting consequences for your crimes. Why do I repeatedly get in criminal trespasses for trying to flee abuse? Why won't you investigate that and arrest on blatant lies? So why would they give me a criminal trespass? Let's investigate that. See why they did it. Because all I know is I was trying to flee abuse. Let's get to the bottom of the criminal trespass. Because you just can't repeatedly give someone a criminal trespass and malice. Let's see why this gentleman, after being instructed by the police, gave me a criminal trespass. Go see why he did it, sir. We got to get to the bottom of this. Sir, you've already tampered with evidence.
If I get to the bottom of anything, if I leave you alone, you're going to get arrested for being on this property. So I'm trying to help you.
You arrested for trying to flee abuse again? Again? So you can't, okay, well, let's go together. Let's investigate why he's guarding services to flee abuse and scamming. They don't have a choice to do that. You have to legitimately have a reason for giving someone a criminal trespass and not doing it to keep them from fleeing. Why won't you investigate that?
Why won't you listen to what I'm telling you?
Intimidating and bullying someone trying to do police reports is criminal, and you guys repeatedly do it over and over again.
Argumentative, talking over
Slandering me because you're actively racking up felonies for yourself is not making false reports. You're deflected on that they actively committed a crime to keep me from getting services.
Miss Keys.
Yes. Hello.
Let's come up here out of this area.
Out of this area, ma'am? Okay. I remember it's like a reunion. You guys set me up the first time when my clothes came up missing.
Come up here, Miss Keys.
Okay. Am I being set up again? Because it's happened multiple different times. Why is it all these police for someone trying to flee abuse and intimidation? Because I've been having to endure this a long time, along with assaults and arrests from the police.
So this is the first time we've met, so I just want to find out what's going on.
I just don't understand why I get intimidation and bullying repeatedly over and over and have to make it a normal, everyday part of life. Ms. Peace, she's solved multiple different felonies, but refused to give me services. How does she already know about my YouTube channel? This repeatedly keeps happening.
Miss Keys.
Hello? Okay.
I want to talk to you.
Okay.
You stated to the officer that you needed assistance from victim assistance.
Yeah, how did you know about my YouTube channel already? And why is it all this people here to try to intimidate me and walking all up on me for trying to flee abuse? Again,
Miss Keys, what is it that
I
you
just
need?
want to speak with a victim's advocate and not have intimidation.
Miss Keys,
I don't understand why the police department has to supervise active crimes.
Here's a victim advocate.
I am here.
I don't need you guys here. Feels like I'm getting intimidation for trying to get services, and that is criminal.
You have a criminal trespass warning against you here.
Why?
I'm not going to go into that.
You're not going into that as criminal. If you deliberately gave me a criminal
This is-
trespass like you did to
Yeah.
keep me from services for fleeing,
Here's the
there's
deal.
accountability
Miss
for
Keys.
that. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. I'd like to know why you did it. Because you get repeatedly giving someone a criminal trespass over and over for wanting services.
Is there anything that we?
Well, I don't know why the police department supervises people committing crimes and enforces civilians in criminal activity and using intimidation to enforce that they lie repeatedly over and over again. And that's a felony.
Is there anything else that we can do for you?
No, I'm talking to her. I want to know what the criminal trespasses go.
Back to her house.
Miss Keys, this is not my
She's
building.
done. She's done.
So
Let's
you
go
won't let
back
her
to your house.
talk? Are you you touching me? You're touching
I'm
me?
escorting you off the property. You do have a criminal trespass.
But you are committing crimes right now to keep me from services and trying to intimidate someone and trying the free right of getting services is criminal. You haven't had accountability for your crimes. This is criminal right here, what you're doing. You are intimidating me and punishing me for trying to get services. She don't have any, I'm not going with him. I'm not going with him.
And then you can walk.
I don't want to do that, okay?
But you are enlisting the civilian in criminal activity to keep me from fleeing abuse. She cannot give me a criminal trespass and malice. Why does she do it?
She's trying to help you.
I want to know what the criminal trespass is for. I'm explaining you that she gave me a criminal trespass and malice. That's a felony charge. Conspiracy. Well, find out why I was given, because I'm explaining to you that it was given to me in malice. That's a felony. That's a felony. You are disregarding the felony crime of conspiracy to violate rights. I'd like to know what the criminal trespass was for, because it was given to me in malice to keep me from fleeing. Well, we're here. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony.
Do you remember getting
I'm telling you that they gave me the criminal trespass like they've done years to keep me from getting services.
So if you believe it's done wrong,
Oh, the scam caller that you guys want to investigate?
You want it right back home, ma'am?
No, I like to get down to the bottom of the criminal trespass that was given to me in malice and intimidation and abuse that I give for trying to flee abuse. You already set me up last time. I showed you where someone pulled a gun on me. Then you got me away from the cameras and took me to JPS where they stole my clothes. Then immediately was escorted out by police to enforce the theft of my brand new clothes.
So you've been made aware now that you're
I just don't understand why you are disregarding the fact that you got me away from cameras and took my freedom in a scheme, which is a felony charge. Making false reports is criminal.
Make sure we can help you up
And then repeated intimidation for trying to do reports, no consequences year after year.
please.
I'm asking, you're deflecting on the felony charge of repeatedly over and over again scheming criminal trespasses to keep someone from services.
I'm a victim advocate. What is your question to me?
Okay, if I repeatedly keep getting met with intimidation and abuse for trying to flee abuse, which is criminal, and then you guys cannot validate the reasoning for your criminal trespass.
Please ask your question to me. Do you have a victim assistance question to the Fort Worth Police Department?
Yes.
Victim advocate?
What do I do
What
when
is
the
that
police
question?
department is enlisted in my abuse and they enlist civilians and reckon up charges?
Which you have been referred to multiple times.
As a victim's advocate, though.
Yes.
As a victim advocate.
If the police department keeps on enlisting civilians in felony charges with no accountability and then use intimidation to enforce their crimes and blatant lies on civilians and me, I'm talking to her. I'm talking to her, sir. I'm not being heard. I'm talking to the victim's advocate. I don't want to talk to police.
Is the card in your hand the number that you need to call?
I'm here.
Complaint.
So you got my information on the phone and then you scammed after you got me here to spin my wheels that you can't speak to me? That you just got all my information. I'm talking to her, not you. You police repeatedly keep enforcing crimes.
Miss Peace.
And you're covering up your badge. What is that you're covering up?
Miss Peace.
You've
You are
already
not-
taken my freedom in this past scheme.
You are not speaking to me about a victim.
You're a victim's advocate and you're covering for them taking my freedom, trying to get services?
And we're done. Miss Peace.
Okay, this is criminal. You just wrecked up a felony for yourself.
This is what we're gonna do.
You just wrecked up a felony for yourself,
This is what
ma'am.
we're gonna do. We're gonna take a step back. You have about 30 seconds to walk to the vehicle to go back to your house. If you refuse to do so, you're gonna be placed in handcuffs. You're gonna go to jail for criminal trespass.
Okay, so what you're
We're
blessing.
gonna take that step back.
So what you're doing is you're giving me intimidation for trying to flee abuse that you're enlisted in. So you're intimidating me and bullying me. You have already taken my freedom. I have not been able to stop you guys. But this is criminal. These are multiple charges. The criminal trespass that you cannot furnish me a reason why you did it. That's a felony. No. Because I'm going to get violated like this all day. We can't put these criminals under control. He's already taken my freedom and my clothes were stolen. And then I got a criminal trespass at Walmart for trying to report the stolen clothes. I had to leave with no shoes. Escorted out immediately by the police.
So now you need to leave the property.
I'm doing the report. You're keep interrupting my report. Okay, well just come over here. Okay, I gotta leave the property. Come over here so I can do my report. I want my report number. Where do I go to do this report? I'm doing a report.
Call the number.
They called you. Do you remember the con was they just called you? Sir, they just called you out for a report at the other location. That was a con. So you're actively doing the report and can't do it? They called you for the report, remember?
We can talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about it over here. Okay, where do you want me to go? My bully likes me to walk.
Towards the bus stop.
Okay, he likes me to walk, like when I got robbed. I'll give you a ride. I'm not giving you a ride. No, everyone's ignoring that. So walk to the bus stop. Ambulance. Sorry, noise pollution. 7 years. Immediately. Let's see if they come. Since I've been incriminating them with the ambulance, they have stopped. So the con at the shelter, we can't find your ID, just repeated cons with the clothes, everything you can ask for. It's early in the morning and I'm already wiped out with these schemes. Cut lines all over the place, call numbers, 7 years. All the intimidation and bullying, fire trucks, ambulance 4 or 5 times a day. Staged murders, school evacuations for bomb threats, people stationed by me informing people of crimes. Can't hear anything I'm saying, begging for my life, talking to. They in Irving, so petty, To cover up for the bus not running for 4 hours, they evacuated a whole school. And they would not give me service at the domestic violence organization. It prompted me to go to Louisiana and went to his job and got a criminal trespass. Yes, I do.
I need your name. Do you have your identification?
Yes. I want to report repeated criminal activity to keep me away from services that's repeatedly going addressed and police abusing power, all locations that I'm at.
Health and Human Services, where else?
Health and Human Services, New Beginnings, Plano, Garland, Texarkana, Domestic Violence Prevention, Texas Women's Center, the DA. I got a criminal trespass for trying to get a protection order. JPS state scheme. I don't know why you keep interrupting me during the protection order, trying to give you a report. You see me looking for the ID and you're interrupting my report. The police repeatedly do this. If I'm actively doing a report, why are you interrupting it? And I had to record the shelter earlier because they were scheming a theft. And then when I recorded it, they gave me my property, but you guys won't investigate that. You tell them to give me criminal trespasses for reporting active crimes. Here you go.
Thank you. Ms. Clark, do you have a phone number?
No, that I can give right now. I can write it down for you. Let me write it on the paper because I don't want it on the live. Let me write it on the paper so I don't want it on the live video.
Okay.
So you wouldn't investigate why Health and Human Services lied about the domestic violence program. I have no clue. All locations won't tell me. And then you won't investigate the stolen food stamps and why Health and Human Services has repeatedly schemed and lied to keep me from food stamps. And why the police department then schemed to keep me from making purchases at stores. I also want to report these people on my YouTube channel, because this is a channel that I have derived to try to flee for my life, and it's cyberbullying and cyber stalking crimes in these comments. Let me give you my channel, and I need a report number to see why these people all over the place repeatedly lie on me, slander me, and have sadistic behavior. You're walking off while I'm talking again, sir? I don't know how fruitful this report will be if you're walking off while I'm doing one. So there's cyber stalking and cyberbullying on the YouTube channel, the only avenue I have to show evidence of what I've been through. So I'm repeatedly met with sadistic behavior. I'm reporting crime, sir.
What's the name of your channel?
It's Keyana, Keyana, Clark, Clark, Peace. There's no report number. Is this?
On the back.
So that's 2400-51641.
Yes, ma'am.
But I have several reports that aren't being investigated. Oh, that was her backing in. Huh. Curious.
Doing okay?
No, because the police department, I'm trying to flee abuse and can't. I keep giving them criminal trespasses, arrests, assaults for trying to flee abuse, and they haven't had accountability for their racked up felonies. This same man gave me a criminal trespass for trying to report stolen food stamps. If someone's so petty to steal food stamps, something needs to be done. And they wouldn't take the evidence of the stolen clothes.
I'm going to file a police report. Is there anything else you need right now?
Yeah, I had a robbery in Denton too. I repeatedly keep getting close. I'm just reporting so you have evidence of repeated stolen property.
I'll be on the video.
Just like it was at JPS, my brand new clothes, and they forced me to leave with no shoes immediately.
Anything else?
And then the guy tried to kidnap me that they set up a cab with. I'm reporting crimes. Okay, you just said it was fine over here, and now you're trying to make me move again while I'm talking. But I need to report that you guys keep covering up for this kind of behavior. They forced me to leave with no shoes, and I had just bought new shoes. They were brand new, not stylish boots. Why would the police department immediately force me to leave? without getting down to the bottom of my stolen items repeatedly over and over. And then give me a criminal trespass at Walmart for trying to report it on Berry Street in Fort Worth, the supercenter. Told the staff to give me the criminal trespass like they did here. That she can't flee us. So we need you. This is what you're going to do. Your choices is you are going to do this. That's your choice, or your choice is that. So you tell her when she gets in here trying to flee our abuse, the choices are she can either leave now, or the police will escort her out. But here's the thing, we're not racking up felonies. We are not keeping you from your rights by arresting you for trying to get services. That is not what we're doing, period. But as soon as she gets in here, you give her a choice to leave now, or we will make her leave. But these are not felonies. We promise taking your freedom 2 other times. We promise we are not racking up felonies. We are not using intimidation for you trying to get services with 6 people currently at that moment. And dogs. We are not trying to intimidate you at all, because that would be criminal. We don't know why these people gave you the criminal trespass permanently for the rest of your life, but it still stands in place after we told them to do it. Okay, this is the end of the video, darling. I don't know what happened with the ambulance. They came, incriminated themselves, and then left. And then I'm probably going to be punished at PNS because they're furious. Where can I go? It happens everywhere.